Good morning. This is Superintendent Styler, and I just wanted to take a few minutes with you this morning to talk about some things that we have going on. And first of all, to tell you how much I appreciate you, the great work that you're doing, the things that you're involved in to help us teaching our kids. Every one of you is critical, and I want you to know how much I appreciate the things that you've done over this past year, um, dealing with COVID and all of the additional stresses that have come into our world. I also want you to know that if you're feeling a little bit of extra stress this year, you're not alone. In the 344, 45 days since Rudy Gobert was diagnosed with COVID and shut our world down, we've all felt a little bit more stress. We, uh, we've all dealt with dealing with masks, with canvas, with the additional pressures of social distancing, not being able to hug our students. All of those things have added a little bit of discomfort to our world and made us a little bit less happy in the things that we've had to do. But I did, again, want you to know that these things are tough on all of us and that we all feel them and that you're not alone in that. There are a few things I look back on as I consider this past year that I have to uh, be a little bit amazed about. They came about rather normally, and yet, looking back on them, they almost seem to be heaven sent. Uh, for example, our technology, that we had the technology initiative a couple of years ago that provided us not only with the tools, but for those that wanted to take advantage, the opportunity to be trained in how to use those tools. For many of our people, Canvas was not a leap. For many of our people, using Chromebooks was not a leap. Using the different programs that were there was very uh, easily transitioned because they had had some very good training on that. And so we feel fortunate about that. And again, look back on it and say, where would we have been without that? And it's one of those things that we're grateful for. Another one is what I'm actually here to talk to you about today. Keith uh, came to us back in December of 2019. So about 3 months before the COVID thing really hit us, and talked to our principals, to the directors, and then to the school board, just raising the question, would it be something that we'd be interested in to have some emotional uh, and mental health services for our employees and their families? He was aware of this service that was there and wondered if it might not be something that could be helpful to us just in our regular world, let alone in a COVID world, which at that point was still 3 months down the road and was not even known to us. Well, the ball began to roll, and this was all put in place and is now and has been now since the beginning of the school year available for you and your families to take advantage of. We want to make sure that you're aware that it's there and understand what it is. And so that's why I am making this video for you today. It offers for us 24/7 and for our loved ones an opportunity to text or call to reach out to these professionals from anything ranging from just needing someone to talk to or finding a specific treatment. They will help you with those things. If you need more serious counseling, they can help put you in touch with somebody who can help you with that. They also have an online library prepared by professionals of materials pertaining to specific issues that people might have that you can use to do research on your own and to help you understand a little bit better. You can also opt into weekly texts. Uh, The app is Blue Novus, and each week, for those who have already opted in, you get a tip. The one this week was from Hope here, addressing with tips on addressing burnout. Find more info on burnout in our blog, and it gives several suggestions on how we can recognize and deal with burnout in our jobs. Those kinds of tips come out every week just to give us a little bit of emotional support. What we would like you to remember is this, that this service is for you and your loved ones. They will not ask for the blood connection or how you're related to these people. As far as we can tell, if they will just give your name and say, then they'll help anybody. and there's no record kept. There's no uh, log sent back to us of people who are looking at these things. It is simply for you and between you and them to get help, to get someone to talk to have some service in helping with this. And again, for your loved ones. So if your children are struggling with the pressures of COVID, if your spouse or your loved ones or your uh, grandmother's second cousin, anyone can use this. And so we encourage you to get that word out and let people know. I encourage you to get the app and to reach out. Um, if you're feeling a little bit overwhelmed, if you just need someone to talk to, we feel like it could be something that could be really helpful. We visited with our principals again this week about the stress that they perceive that you're feeling, and we perceive that they're feeling, and that they perceive we're feeling. We know it's high. We're grateful to have made it this far in the school year, doing as well as we have in as normal of an existence as we have, and yet we know that the things that have been added have added pressure to your lives. We hope that this is a service that will help you. We care about you. We want you to be physically healthy, emotionally healthy, and ultimately to be happy in your work. If you are happy, your kids will know it. They will feel it. Your students, the people you work with will feel it, and it will all help us all. So if this is something that will work for you, we encourage you to use it. Thank you so much for all you do. We encourage you to look into this opportunity, and if there's ever anything we can do for you, please let us know. Thanks.